Well, hello there, folks. Well, today's video is all about essentially how can you get around, get over, get through your imposter syndrome as being a workshop facilitator. Now, this will often show up for a lot of people in regards to if they are presenting a new topic for themselves or a topic they don't have that much experience in, or they're running their very first workshop and maybe they don't want to tell the audience that this is the very first time they've run the workshop, right? So this is something that happens for everybody, regardless of who you are, where you've been, and all that stuff. Our first time is always our first time, but we need to appreciate our audience. They don't necessarily want to know that. They don't necessarily want to know that. There are times and places for telling them that, but as soon as you tell them, sorry folks, this is actually the first time I've done it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to use the technology. I don't know. I don't know the content. I don't know anything, right? It's going to lose trust with your audience very quickly, right? So you need to be able to, even if it's your first time, you need to be able to show up powerfully and inspire the audience and inspire a sense of trust and credibility, even if it's the very first time you've done it, right? Imagine going to the hospital, right? And imagine your wife is pregnant and, you talk to the doctor and the doctor says, well, this is the very first time I've delivered a baby, right? Probably in that moment, you're going to go, whoa, I don't know if I trust this doctor or not, right? And I know it's an extreme example, but it's kind of like the feeling that people get when you say to your audience, just bear with me, this is the first time I've presented this topic, or just bear with me, this is the first time I've done X, Y, Z, right? So what you want to be able to do is, even if it's your very first time doing the thing, there's going to be a necessity for you to put across the fact that it's not. Okay, and you need to be able to establish an aura and credibility and trust, even if it's the first time you've done it, you're doing it, that you know what you are doing. You know what you are doing, right? So there's a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, number one, show up prepared. What a crazy idea. What a crazy idea to actually do preparation, right? And what I mean by that is, if you're going to use a sense of delivery, you need to actually be prepared in regards to what you are doing, right? So you need to play with the technology, get to know how to use it, right? You also need to plan what questions could they actually ask you? What questions could the audience ask you that you may need to be aware of and be prepared for, right? Actually prepare. Write down what questions could they ask you about the topic. Second, what you want to be also doing is, when you show up, have the mentality that the training, it's not about you, and it's not also about the content. What it is about training your audience to think differently, do differently. What we mean by that is, if you got questions from the audience that you don't know the answer to, throw it back to them and say, that's a great question. Where do you think you could find the answer? Or, I'd love you to find the answer, and I'd love you to share the answer with the entire group, right? So what you are doing is throwing the, unknowns back to the group and helping them embody their own transformation, right? Now, the third thing you want to do is looking at being 3 to 5 steps ahead at any one time. So what we mean by that is, at the break times, be preparing. Know what you're about to do 3 to 5 steps ahead, so that there's not jolting moments when you're delivering. Moments of, I don't know what I'm doing next, or I don't know what's happening, or I don't know, I need to check my notes, right? So if you can be in a position where you're already in your mind 3 to 5 steps ahead, you will always look like you know what you're doing, right? What a crazy idea. So even if it's a foreign topic or a brand new topic or whatever it may be, people are not necessarily looking for you to be the expert all of the time. If you can at least have that sense of, I know what I'm doing, and even if I don't know the answer, I'm going to get back to you. That's going to create a sense of credibility, safety, and massive levels of trust, right? And this is going to happen to you regardless of how much experience you've had in your life as a trainer, facilitator, coach, and mentor, because there's always going to be new topics that you venture into, right? So hopefully you got some value from the video. If you did, like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there, folks. But the last thing you ever want to do is go into a room and say, sorry, folks, bear with me. This is the first time I've run this workshop. And one day I might even reveal my very first time I ran a workshop where I had no idea what I was doing, but still on the last day I got some really, really powerful positive feedback. On that note, folks, see you on the next one. My name is Mark Miles, helping you become the best trainer, facilitator, coach, and mentor you truly can be. Thanks, team. Bye for now.